A very good morning to all present here. A very good morning to all present here. Hello all. A very warm welcome on behalf of Maharashtra Education Society's Garware College of Commerce for the lecture series arranged for competitive examination. With I would like to request Sumit Gaikwad sir, in charge of placement cell, to give us insight about this lecture series. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, all of you. A very warm welcome for the first ever lecture series um, for the 2022-23 academic year. Um, First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Yashodhan Mithare sir for accepting our invitation and joining for this session and readily accepting to deliver two sessions for this lecture series. I would also like to thank Dr. Tanuja Devi madam, who actually was instrumental in developing this lecture series, and she felt the need as far as having this lecture series with respect to getting students more acquainted with those areas which are generally unexplored. So we have tried to focus on some areas and aspects wherein students, they don't have as much or as much proactiveness with respect to building their own career in some fields, but in those fields which actually are having huge potential. But in spite of that, only say because of lack of awareness, they are not getting attracted towards. So, the basic intention or the aim of this lecture series is to make students aware about various other opportunities which are available in the industry and how students can grab those opportunities and make a career out of it. So, students, I welcome all of you for this lecture series once again, and I would request all of you to be attentive and be very active, show some activeness as far as usually, because it usually happens because we are so used to online lectures. But I'm very much sure that you all will be very attentive toward this lecture series and it will benefit you for the future in a long way. So thank you very much. Now I would like to request Dr. Tanuja Devi madam to share her insights about this lecture series. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Once again, very good morning to one and all present here. Respected Mithare, sir, let me express my deep gratitude that thank you very much for accepting this invitation, because you are the person who can share the insight or give the insight in a better manner to the student. Uh, of course, sir's introduction will be given to you, because how he is a right person who is going to explain us what should be our attitude and what should be the approach towards competitive exam. The reason behind introducing this lecture series is very much cleared by the Professor Sumit sir. But I feel we have a lot of dreams when we come to the college. We see the various professionals, we see various administrators, we see them and we wish we should be one of them. At least one or the other exams we try to appear during our graduating period. But while appearing these exams, we need to be more sincere, serious, and we should have a correct direction for working on it. So this particular lecture series is focusing on various competitive exams that our students from management background, students from commerce background, students from computer background can appear. This lecture series is a 7 days lecture series. In these 7 days, we are going to learn what are the opportunities in civil services, what are the opportunities in banking sector, opportunities in CA, CS, and economic sector as well, defense sector, plus post-graduating courses like MA Economics, where all students can appear. These economics courses are more focusing on research approach. So what are the benefits of these courses? What are the benefits of these particular exams? That will be explained to you in due course of time. Rather, very first, when we have designed this particular series, lecture series, we realized this was our dream too. So we have somehow missed our train. We now couldn't appear for these exams. We wish our students should get this information on the right time from the right person. Without wasting much time, I request Devki Madam to introduce our today's honorable guest, Dr. Mithare sir, and students. Thank you very much for joining. Please be patient. You can ask your questions, queries after the session, so that 15 minutes are kept for interaction. Secondly, all these lectures will be available to you on college YouTube too. So if your friend have missed today's session, they can listen the lectures later. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Over to Devki Madam.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's my honor to actually introduce Dr. Yashodhan Mithare sir. So sir has pursued MCom and PhD in Business Administration. Sir is currently working as an Associate Dean, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Sir is also a professor, Department of Commerce in Haribai V. Desai College, Pune. Sir has total 26 years of work experience. Sir has worked as a chairman, Board of Studies in Accountancy for Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Sir was also a member of Academic Council of Savitribai Phule, Pune University, member of Apex Council, SPPU Educational Complex for Doha, Qatar, was also a member of Academic Council at Indira Institute of Management, Pune, member of Academic Council at Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, member of Research and Recognition Committee at Faculty of Commerce and Management, SPPU, member of Academic Council, Brihan Maharashtra College of Commerce, which is known as BMCC in Pune, member of Board of Studies in Accounting, Symbiosis College of Commerce, Pune, member of Board of Studies in Accounting, Modern College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Shivajinagar, Pune, member of Board of Studies in Accounting, Sangamner College, Sangamner. Sir has a wide research experience, as we can say that 10 students have completed PhD in Business Administration and Accounting under the guidance of Dr. Mithare sir. 7 students have completed MPhil in Business Administration under the guidance of sir. Sir was also an adjudicator of PhD thesis at Rashtrasanta Tukdoji Maharaj Nagpur University, University of Mumbai, and Regenesis Business School, South Africa. Sir has published more than 50 research papers in various peer-reviewed journals and UGC Care-listed journals. Sir was a member, Board of Editor, Mudra, Journal of Finance and Accounting. Sir was also a member of Board of Editors in International Journal of Marketing and Business Communication. Sir was also a panelist in peer review team of National Research Journal, Samiksha Shodh. Sir has written total 8 reference books and textbooks for commerce and management. Sir was also a member of Research Scholar Selection Committee at Bhati, Pune. Sir has also given a lot of guidance sessions and was a resource person at various colleges and universities such as Academic Staff College, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Academic Staff College, Mumbai University, Academic Staff College, Kolhapur University, NetSet Guidance Workshop, NAC SSR related guidance, National Education Policy, Faculty Development Workshops, Refresher and Orientation Courses, Research Methodology Workshops, International and National State level conferences and workshops, Soft Skill Development Workshops, Entrepreneurship Development Programs, PhD and MPhil coursework at various universities, Cyber Crimes and Security Workshops, competitive examination guidance workshops, Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India. He has also given lectures at Forensic Accounting and Auditing, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Digital Marketing, Use of Technology in Teaching and Learning, and e-content development. Apart from that, Sir has contributed also for syllabus restructuring and curriculum, was a chairman at Task Force for framing BBA, BBA-CA and BBA-IB syllabus. Sir was a chairman at CBCS Program Implementation Committee, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule, Pune University, chairman Syllabus Framing Committee for BCom and BBA course at Qatar campus, chairman Equivalence Committee, Faculty of Commerce and Management, Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Sir has designed the internship program to be implemented for BCom course, have developed study material for School of Open Learning, Savitribai Phule, Pune University in the subjects Financial Management and Business Administration. Having a resource person with such a wide experience and great experience, it actually our privilege, sir, to have you today and get guidance by you. We all are waiting for your guidance and your session. So over to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devaki Madam. Respected Principal Dr. Umrani Sir, respected Dr. Tanuja Devi Madam, respected Dr. Sumit Gaikwad Sir, and of course Professor Devaki Madam, who has introduced me so nicely. Devi Madam, we have time till 10. Am I right? Hello, am I
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, first of all, sir, congratulations to you all because you have decided to participate in this particular lecture. When Devi Madam requested me to have a session on the competitive examination, I said yes. I said yes because I think I'm the right person who can guide you on this topic, because I have given 5 important years of my life for this. Twice I was selected as a PSI in the Maharashtra Police Services. After that, thrice I was selected as a say class 2 officer through the MPSC, and finally I could not clear the UPSC because of some reasons. So I think I am the right person to tell you not what to do, of course, but I would definitely like to tell you what to do. It happens because, see, when you are a TY student, when you are the last year student, irrespective of the faculty, let it be a BA, BCom, MBBS, MBA, anyone who is in the last year of the graduation always aspire to appear for the competitive examination. When I was actually preparing for the UPSC and the MPSC examination, we always used to sarcastically say की जेवढा मेल्यानंतर 10वा महत्वाचा असतो तेवढाच आपल्या ग्रॅज्युएशन नंतर स्पर्धा परीक्षेचा अर्ज भरणं महत्वाचं असतं. Joke apart, everybody wants to be an administrator nowadays because see, there are so many reasons. Government jobs has always been an extreme the point of the fascination for all the students. Job security is there, and nowadays that because of the social media, you can see all these officers, they're doing their job, they're talking to the people. When you look at their uniforms, you get impressed and you feel, yes, I also wish to join the particular service. I must tell you, what you see is totally different, and what you experience after joining the service is altogether a different thing. Now, please try to understand and internalize each and every word that I'm trying to tell you. So I must tell you that at the beginning that this is not a guidance session. Actually, this is not a guidance session. I'm just going to share some of my experiences with you so that you can take at least some clues from it. So most important thing is, yes, everybody wants to appear for a competitive examination. Like everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. In the same manner, if you see the statistics of UPSC, let's share it with you. In 2019, there were 10 lakh students appear throughout the country. And the vacancies for the UPSC never exceeded 750, and that too for IAS, these were never more than 100. For IPS, they are never more than 80. So you can imagine, you can do a statistical analysis. 10 lakh students apply, out of which only 100 students get the coveted post or the designation of IAS. Now you will ask, sir, the quantity or the percentage of the passing is so less. So how to prepare? So one thing I must actually make it clear, so that at the very beginning, all cannot pass. But the thing is that, now remember carefully, qualifying a competitive examination is just a byproduct. Now you will say, sir, आप कुछ भी बोल रहे हो. If you clear a competitive examination, if you get a post, it is just a byproduct. Then what is the main product? The things that you learn during the process is the main product. Even if, unfortunately, you are not able to get a post through the UPSC or the MPSC, you will learn so many things in your life which will take you at the top of any field that you wish to join if you could not clear the competitive examination. That is the biggest advantage. Take it from me. Qualifying a competitive examination is just a byproduct. What you learn during the process will take you to a next level of your career, and you will be admired, and then you will be appreciated at everywhere where you go, because you learn a particular amount of the discipline. You know how to work, you know how to deliver basically. So what are the things that are required to be an administrative officer? Basically, it is not a bed of roses, as I told you. It is a very difficult task. Compared to the tasks, compared to the job that you do after joining the services, is very difficult than clearing the examination. Clearing the examination is really extremely easy. There are certain books. Nowadays, there are so many coaching classes which actually guide you very nicely. There are so many online platforms where also you can get the adequate guidance for the competitive examination. Thing is not that. Thing is not what you learn from externally. Thing is how you have mentally prepared for the particular examination. So let me start my presentation. So during the presentation, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
Mithare sir, may I interrupt you
Yes,
for a
madam.
minute? May I interrupt you for a
please.
minute?
Yes, madam, no problem.
This interruption is just I would like to welcome our principal, Dr. Umrani sir. Umrani sir has also joined the session, and he would like to say a few words about this today's lecture series. Over to Umrani sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mithare sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Thank
Once
you for
again,
inviting me.
Great thing for the college and the principal and all the staff of this beautiful college. After working in the university, again we are meeting in the college again and again on many occasions, especially for
Yes,
research presentations, making the research center robust with the help of your expertise. And on behalf of MES and Garhware College of Commerce, I personally grateful to you for consistent mentoring and guidance to the staff and very, very aspiring students of this great college. And today's topic is very significant for them too. You are already, in fact, started to speak on skills required, efforts required, and how to go about to attempt the examination in respect of any competition, whether it is government or non-government, it doesn't matter. Everywhere, skill set is similar. Reasoning, logical thinking, lateral thinking, vertical thinking, critical thinking. And nowadays, as Hegel has propounded, a German philosopher, dialectical thinking. Wrong is not completely wrong, and right is not completely right. That's why we try to understand the significance of research, development, innovation. That's why not only employment, even startup is the wonderful opportunity and career path for the wonderful boys and girls of any good college like this. They should not think of only job and freelancing. They have got ample opportunities in many avenues in our country. Economy is in booming status. Only thing is that we have to take efforts. We have to be very sincere, like Dr. Mithare sir and my staff in my college. I wish all the best, all the students, those who have participated actively in this seminar, workshop, for preparing for any competitive examination in future. Sorry, Mithare sir, for
No, sir.
interruption.
Thank you. Thank you for your guidance.
Teacher does not like to be to give a permission in the classroom, and he should not. So in the classroom, teacher is a king, and he makes wonderful things for the boys and girls for their career. So sorry for the interruption, and once again I welcome on behalf of Maharashtra Education Societies, Garware College of Commerce. Thank you so very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for your
Thank you
listening.
for your motivational and inspirational words. Now I request Mithare sir to continue his session.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Please allow me to share the screen. I believe the presentation is now visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to see, we are not going to actually see how to clear a competitive examination, but we are going to see how to develop that right attitude for a competitive examination. As I said, a competitive examination, when you get a job, so that through all these examination, it is a byproduct. What you learn during the process is far more important. There are n number of government openings where you can actually get a job. But when it comes to the actual preparation, so many people will tell you, just as I told you, there are 10 lakhs of the candidate who appear for the examination. Out of that, only 750 get the job. Can you be out of those 750? Yes, you can definitely. So what you need? You may feel, sir, I need to work very hard and then I will be able to clear. It is not like that. UPSC and MPSC is not just like our conventional examination. They are way different. So no candidate from a particular faculty gets an upper hand. They give equal justice to all the streams and then all the faculties. What we need to understand is, to clear the competitive examination, trust me, you do not need to be academically or extremely intelligent. You need to work hard, and of course you need to work smart, and you should have trust on certain things. Number one, you need to have trust in yourself. If you don't have the trust in yourself, others will definitely, say 100%, they will not trust you. But the most important thing is this. I would like to share this particular video with you. I'm sure you must have seen the film. Please listen what he says.
महापुरुष ने कहा है कि कामयाब होने के लिए काबिल होने की पड़े। सक्सेस किसके को था? एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो। सक्सेस मार्क पीछा इस महापुरुष ने कहा। यार वैसे एक साथ में कितनी साड़ियां दिखती हैं?
See, if you say, Amir Khan has said, you do not need to follow a particular target. You need to be excellent so that you will automatically get all these opportunities. उमरानी सरांनी आता आपल्याला जसं सांगितलं की So the competitive examination is not the only way to do a career. There are so many other options like the startups. I must share with you. I don't know how many of you have actually started preparing for the competitive examination. There is one name which is very common. That is Mr. Roman Saini. He is from Rajasthan. He was a topper for the MBBS examination. So his parents always wanted him to be a doctor. So he became a doctor. 2 years after becoming a doctor, he understood that the medical is not his cup of tea. So he told his parent, I am not interested to be a doctor. I want to go for the civil services. So his parents were shocked, but still they allowed him. Okay, no problem. Then he stood fourth in All India rank, that is called AIR. And then he became an IAS officer. So he was very happy. And then his parents were also very happy. After joining the Indian Administrative Services, after 2 years, he felt that he will not be able to work as an IAS officer because he does not have that much inclination for the service. He again told his parents, I don't want to continue as an IAS officer. Then his parents asked you, you don't want to be a doctor, you don't want to be an IAS officer, तो तुम्हें करना क्या है? He told his parents, I want to teach. So he basically wanted to be a teacher. And so his parents were actually very much surprised, but they allowed him. In 2016, he started his own startup. Today is 2022. After 6 years, the market capitalization of his startup is 11,000 crore. Now, I repeat, market capitalization of his startup is 11,000 crore and the name of his startup is Unacademy. So you can understand, those who prepare for the competitive examination go way ahead in life. Only thing is that what are the things you need when you are actually preparing for the competitive examination? What is the thing on which you have to pay least attention? You have to pay least attention on the dream to get a job. Just focus on your efforts. If you see that there is a news in the newspaper, 47% of the graduates in our country are not unemployable. The news does not say that they are unemployed. They say they are not unemployable, means it is not possible for the industries or the government to give them jobs because they do not possess the necessary skills that are required to do a particular job, which is an extremely serious thing. Again, it is saying that poor English and computer skills make the graduates unemployable. Again, when you prepare for the competitive examination, trust me, you will enter into a totally new era of your life. Because we all know our English is good, we understand English, we can speak English, that is good. But when you actually take a paper of English for a competitive examination, I repeat, I'm not saying you are giving a paper. I'm saying when you are taking a paper for the competitive examination for English or Marathi, then you will understand that I don't know English, I don't know Marathi as well. Because to prepare for competitive examination, you have to learn the language in altogether a different angle. There are so many phrases, there are so many words, there are so many new things that you need to learn, for which you need to give a lot of time. Now, next is why to appear for a competitive examination. Most important thing. Now, this is a common question which is asked at the time of interview. Why do you want to be a civil servant? Why do you want to be an administrative officer? So you do not wait till the interview panel asks you this question. And if you are, say, not prepared, you may not be able to perform well in your interviews. So concept must be very clear to you. Why do you want to be an administrative officer? Some answers are to serve the people last in the queue, because we know that still there are so many people who are underprivileged. They do not get their rights. So many IAS officers, they say that we want to serve the people who are last in the queue. They say we want to do something for your country. Trust me, one of my friends, he had actually appeared for the MPSC examination, and the same question was asked to him. Why do you want to be a deputy collector? He said, sir, I want to do something for your country. He said, for my country. You will not believe, the chairman asked him, if you really want to do something for your country, you start a flour mill. पिठाची चक्की चालू करा, त्याच्यामुळे सुद्धा तुम्ही खूप समाजाची सेवा करू शकता. So you can get such type of the responses from the panel in such a situation when the panel tries to incite you, they try to irritate you. You should have some very concrete answers in your mind, and these are not the only answers. Please remember, the interview panel is so intelligent, they understand whether there is any weightage in your words or not. Sometimes you say, I want to work with people, I want to do a challenging job, I want to be different from others. Now this is very important. All of us want to be different, but the most important thing is that I believe you read a lot of books. There was a very famous quote by, say, the Shiv Khera. He said, winners do not do different things, they do things differently. Those who clear the UPSC and the MPSC examination, they are not different, they work in a different manner. So that also we need to understand. So your concept, why I want to get a job through the competitive examination has to be very clear. Some of them want power and the prestige, and some want to better the system of the country. So your concept must be clear. Out of these options, what is your target? Why you want to join the particular services? And then only you will be able to progress. Now, there is a common question, how to enter into the civil services. We have two options. We can either say enter the services through the MPSC, which is known as the Maharashtra Public Service Commission, or second is the Union Public Service Commission. We all feel that UPSC is an examination body which conduct IAS examination, which is not true. All central services examinations are conducted by the UPSC, and trust me, record of UPSC is beyond doubt. In last more than 80 years, there has not been a single blame on UPSC of any sort of the malpractices. So definitely you can say UPSC is a platform. They will give a genuine uplift to your skills and your domain. Now, the thing is that if you feel UPSC examination, to clear the UPSC examination, you need lot of marks, you need lot of talent. If you see this clip, UPSC examination, the person who topped the UPSC examination, her name was Ira Singhal, and she got 1082 marks out of 2025. She stood first in the country, and the passing percentage that she got is 53.43%. So this is something which we need to ponder upon. The topper of the UPSC gets 53% marks, and here we struggle to get less marks, because that the system is such, getting 80 or 90% mark is not a difficult job. But when it comes to UPSC, your paper is checked in an extremely stringent manner, and in case of the UPSC or MPSC, marks do not matter, your rank always matter. Now, the most important thing you will say, sir, then what is the difference between UPSC and MPSC? The most important difference is UPSC examination is, they actually cover the entire country, whereas the MPSC examination actually cover the state. MPSC examination is only for Maharashtra, and the UPSC examination is for the full country. And you can see there are so many posts which are filled in by the MPSC, like from class 3 officer, like that, a police sub inspector, or an RTO, or say that assistant secretary, or deputy registrar of cooperatives. All these posts that are filled in by the MPSC. For UPSC, they all fill only the top class 1 posts. The only thing is that you will say, sir, I will definitely try to clear the MPSC examination because माझं मराठी चांगलं आहे. I must tell you, you can appear for the UPSC examination in Marathi as well. There are so many officers from the Maharashtra who have cleared their UPSC examination in Marathi. Avinash Dharmadhikari is also one of them. Now, UPSC appoints you as a collector, MPSC appoints you as a deputy collector. MPSC appoints you as an assistant commissioner of police, whereas the UPSC appoints you as a commissioner of police. Now you may feel, sir, if I join the MPSC, I will never get an opportunity to join the UPSC. I must make it clear. Those class 1 officers who have cleared MPSC, they get an opportunity to join the UPSC after 10 to 12 years of service, they are automatically promoted to the UPSC. You can put the badge IPS on your shoulder. Only thing is that there is a small condition. Your service record should be beyond a doubt. There should not be a single blame on you during the service of any sort. And most importantly, you should always get A+ remark in your service book. So all those who clear the NPSC examination can also get an opportunity to go for the UPSC. Now, what is the beauty of the competitive examination? Now, if you can see the screen, you can see that there are so many designations which are associated with the police services. If you see this highlighted, it is a police sub-inspector. After BCom, BA, BSc, whatever, you can appear for this examination and you can become a police sub-inspector, who is a class 3 officer. Next is assistant the commissioner of police, who is also known as the DYSP. Now, the most important thing is that both the examinations are conducted by MPSC. I repeat, both the examinations are conducted by MPSC. Syllabus for both the examination is more or less the same. I repeat, both the examinations are conducted by MPSC. Syllabus for both the examination is more or less same. But if you join the police services as a police PSI at the age of 25, if you want to become an assistant commissioner of police through the promotion, you will require at least 25 years of your service. How much time you require? At least 25 years. But if you appear for the MPSC examination, which is known as the state services examination, you can immediately become an assistant commissioner of police. Only thing is that you need to prepare at least 1 year extra for the MPSC state services. So you decide whether to become a PSI now and take the position of ACP after 25 years, or will you give some more time and become an ACP at the time of joining? If you could become ACP at the time of joining, after 10 to 12 years, you will get an opportunity to become an IPS officer. So choice is entirely yours. I always tell my students, we all use the mobile phone. 100% of us have the phone. So when we take a SIM card, we have two choices, whether to take a prepaid or a postpaid. And we always prefer to choose a prepaid plan. We hardly go for the postpaid plan. Now, why the prepaid? Because you want to have the control on your expenditure. And when you use a postpaid connection, you just use it like that. And when the bill comes, you are shocked, you are surprised, because you were never prepared for this. Please remember, life also gives you two plans, prepaid and postpaid. What is the prepaid plan? You work extremely hard for first 25 or say 26 years of your life, and then you enjoy the career for next 30-35 years. That is a prepaid plan. You pay first, you pay the price first, and then you enjoy. And what is a postpaid plan? You enjoy.
So there is
Examination. Sorry. Yes, madam.
Sorry, sir. Your video was blocked for a minute. Please continue now.
Okay. Now, when I was trying to clear the examination, at the time the guidance was very less, and tuitions were not there, and the coaching was not there, and the YouTube and all these digital platforms were not at all available. Still, I was able to clear. So nowadays, when you have the technology at your hand, passing this examination should not be a very big thing for you. So all competitive examination, irrespective of the nature, UPSC examination, MPSC examination, railway examination, banks examination, they have a common structure. In the section 1, step 1, they have the preliminary examination. In step 2, they have the main examination. And in step 3, they have the interviews. We all have to go through these 3 steps, which are actually very important. And you can be out at any stage. I have seen so many teachers I have seen so many administrative officer, they cleared the preliminary examination without any problem. They also cleared the main examination and they could not clear the interview. Even if they get 2 marks less at the time of interview, you will have to appear for the preliminary examination all over again. So please keep it in mind, whatever time you get for at least say 1 to 2 years, you simultaneously must prepare for the preliminary examination, main examination, and as well as for the interview. Now, what is the eligibility for MPSC? Minimum age should be 19, maximum age should be 28. See, if you go on the YouTube, you will see there are so many IAS officer, there are so many IPS officer, and they say he is the officer with minimum age. IPS, and we always feel, how can a person handle one entire say district whose age is 23? If you see them in a t-shirt, you will not feel he is a collector, he is an IPS officer. But in that case, age does not matter. What they have put in during the preparation do matters. So all these are the parameters for the eligibility. You can definitely get it on the internet. Now, syllabus is a very interesting thing. It is a very big say misconception that students from a particular faculty always have an upper hand for the competitive examination, which is absolutely a misunderstanding. MPSC and the UPSC have framed the syllabus in such a way that none of the faculty gets an advantage over others. If you are a commerce student, if you see the syllabus, there is Maharashtra's Itihas. You will have to study history, you will have to study the geography, you will have to study what there are the human rights, you will have to study what is the constitution of the country, you will have to study geography, you will have to study the biology, you will have to study the space science. Now, when we feel ki I am in BCom, I have taken say marketing as an option, so I am an expert of marketing and I will not be able to answer the questions from the other subjects. In MPSC, UPSC, you have no choice. You have to be good at all the subjects which are there in the syllabus. So technically speaking, for UPSC and the MPSC, there is no syllabus as such. Those who appear for the examination, they always say for the UPSC and the MPSC, the syllabus is everything under the sun, because you have never heard about all these subjects. So the thing is that you want to be an IAS officer, and for last 5 years, you have studied all the commerce related subject, and suddenly you are asked to study geography. You are asked to study biology. You are asked to study chemistry. And then you may find it a slightly inconvenient. I have never heard of these subjects after 10th. Abhi main uski preparation kaise karu? Please remember, nothing is interesting if you are not interested. There are so many tactics with the help of you can actually learn how to take interest in this particular subject. And then once it becomes interesting, I have seen students who are saying, sir, my preparation for the MPSC examination is complete, but I will not take this attempt. I will take the next attempt because the entire syllabus is so interesting. I want to study more. This also happens, but initially you may say it is a little difficult or it may take some more time. For the MPSC state services also, there is economics, there is environmental science, there is the climate change, there is the polity and the governance. So you need to know about almost all the things which are there around you. Now there's some students who are not able to clear the examination. When I talk to them, they always say, sir, this is not right. If I become an IAS officer, if I become an IPS officer, suppose I'm an IPS officer, I need to deal with the criminals. What I have to do with the history, what I have to do with the geography, what I have to do about the climate change, because my job is very focused. This is actually a very interesting question. Some of them ask, sir, when I go for the training at the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Academy, they teach us how to do horse riding. So they say, sir, in India, now the country has developed so much. Now there are no officers who use horses to travel from point A to point B. So why the UPSC wants to give you training of horse riding? Trust me, the syllabus has evolved so nicely, and the training has also evolved so nicely over a period of time. So when you do horse riding, UPSC and the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Academy knows you may not require to do horse riding throughout your career. But the most important thing, when you do a horse riding, it infuses you with a great amount of confidence, which is a very important part of the training. So when you really, if you genuinely want to prepare for the competitive examination, please remember the knowledge that you gain is never go waste. So focus on the entire syllabus, try to find out what you like. Now, apart from the compulsory subject, there are certain optional subjects like say the agriculture, animal husbandry, botany, chemistry, commerce is also there, law, after that the medical science and physics. Now, the interesting thing is that if you say, sir, I'm a BCom, so I will take commerce, I will take accounting, you may take. But usually students choose a subject which they have not actually studied. For example, I have seen so many MBBS, I have seen so many MDs, they are doctors and they choose agriculture, they choose geology, they choose history. Because they may feel that I'm a doctor, but still I don't feel that I'm very good at my subject, so I will go for history. Now, there is one more misunderstanding. They say that if you take history, chances of getting the services are high because the result of history is very good. It is not like that. Paper setters are very intelligent. Difficulty level of each subject is maintained in a very systematic manner. So which subjects you need to teach, choose. If you ask me, sir, which subject shall I take? I will never tell you, take a subject in which maximum number of students pass. No, I'll tell you, you choose a subject which you like. Because if you like the subject, you will definitely love the subject and definitely you will be able to get the good marks. Please do not choose an optional subject because the result of that particular optional subject is high. Choose as an optional subject that you like, chances of the success are significantly high. When it comes to UPSC, the total examination is of 2025 marks. After that, you will have to take one Indian language. You can take the Marathi also for 300 marks. There is an English language examination for 300 marks. Trust me, that English is not the English that we learn, because when you become an administrative officer, you should have a command over language, not only in spoken, but in written also. If you become a police officer, if you get a complaint की आमच्या घरामध्ये चोरी झाली आणि चोरांनी 1 लाख रुपयाचे दागिने आमच्या घरातून चोरून नेले. If you want to write a panchnama, you can use 2 words. You can write there was a theft in this house or there was a robbery in this house. For us, we are a layman. For us, theft and robbery does not make a difference. But if you use the word robbery in place of the word theft, if at all you are able to catch the criminal, write theft, he will get a punishment for 6 months. If you write robbery, he will get a punishment for 6 years. That is the difference. So trust me, if you study the English which has been say prescribed for the UPSC and the MPSC examination, it will make your life. Then you will say, I never understood that these are also the angles of a particular language, and you will definitely enjoy learning this. You will have to write an essay for 250 marks. There are 4 papers on the general studies. You will have to choose an optional paper. Now there is only one optional, and personality test. Of course, interview, but they call it a personality test. Now again, there are so many reasons why an interview is called as a personality test, because they actually try to test what type of person you are. In 2020 UPSC examination, there is a person from say Manipur. Out of 275 marks, he got 218 marks, which is considered as the highest score. His interview is available on the YouTube. You can go and see. Now, we always feel that at the time of interview, I will tell them so many ornamental things. I will try to tell them so many interesting things about myself so that the panel will get impressed. Panel does not get impressed because you are interviewed by the senior most IAS and IPS officer who can immediately assess who you are within next 2 to 3 minutes. UPSC also appoints a psychologist as a panelist. He does not ask you a single question. He observes all the body language, all the gestures and the behavior, and he immediately tries to find out whether you are lying or not. So back to the point. That candidate from the Manipur, he got 218 marks out of 275. So you must have thought that his interview must have been exceptional. Getting more than 200 marks in the UPSC interview is supposed to be an outstanding score. So the entire thing is so interesting. He has shared that his experiences at the time of interviews that on the YouTube. The panel asked him, make your SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? And then what are, in your opinion, are your weaknesses? He says, sir, my weaknesses will include, I'm very lazy. I like to sleep for a lot of time. I'm little moody. I do not like to study all the times. I eat whatever I like. I take rest whatever I like. So these are the weaknesses which I have, and my father and my mother always scold me for these habits. He was so clear and he was so honest with the panel. Then the chairman asked him, okay, no problem. These are your weaknesses. Now, what are your strengths? You will not believe, everyone who is appearing for the UPSC or the MPSC examination, he has a big list of the things that he want to mention. These are my strengths. मी असा आहे, मी तसा आहे, मी खूप honest आहे, मी खूप sincere आहे, मी खूप hardworking आहे. So everyone has a list. This candidate told the panel, you will not believe, you are appearing for a UPSC examination, which is the turning point of your entire life. When the panel asked him, what are your strengths? He apparently said, sir, till now, I am 23. I have not experienced, I have not came across any of my strengths. If you see any, please let me know so that I can focus on it. Can you imagine such an answer for a person who is going to be an officer in UPSC? And he was very honest. He said, sir, मला आजपर्यंत कळालंच नाही की माझे स्ट्रेंथ काय काय आहेत. मी तुम्हाला माझ्या वीकनेस सांगितल्या. तुम्हाला जर माझ्या काय स्ट्रेंथ दिसल्या तर मला सांगा. And he got 218 marks in the interview. So we can clearly say that in UPSC, in MPSC, in all competitive examination, honesty matters. Not only in this examination, honesty matters everywhere. But you should have trust that honesty matters. Now, what are the requirements for an administrative career? Most importantly, as we have just said, it is a SWOT analysis. You should know what you like and what you do not like. Why I have taken this point at the very first stage? Please remember, do not join administrative services only because you want a very high position and you want a good amount of salary. Trust me, those who have left the administrative services, they are drawing way better salary than they used to draw as an IAS or IPS officer. What is your SWOT analysis? Ask yourself whether you are able to do something for the society, because once you join the service, trust me, there is no rest. In most of the cases, there is no job satisfaction. You will have to work 24/7. And you cannot say tomorrow I am on leave, so you cannot call me up. It does not happen. You are working at a very high position. So you must make your own SWOT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities and your threats? That is the entire personality analysis. If you do not talk, if you do not like to talk to the people, if you do not want to take part in all the activities, then you will not be able to be a good officer. And you will see that join होणाऱ्यांची संख्या जेवढी जास्त आहे तेवढीच संख्या सोडणाऱ्यांची सुद्धा जास्त आहे. If you go on internet, you will find that there are so many administrative officers. Unfortunately, they have committed suicide because they were not able to cope up with the changing situations. So ask yourself first, apart from the salary, am I capable to do a particular job? Goal setting, very important. You must set a goal, because if you don't have any target, you are actually directionless. So you must set a goal. I want to clear this examination within next 2 years. These are my optional subjects and these are my choices. If I want to an IFS officer, what are the priorities or the countries that I want to join? If you do not have the goals, you can ask, see, my college is at such a place. माझं कॉलेज अशा जागेवर आहे. तुम्ही एखाद्या रॅन्डम माणसाला खडा मारला ना आणि त्याला विचारलं तू काय करतो, तो सांगेल मी स्पर्धा परीक्षा करतो. देर आर thousands of the students who are preparing for competitive examination in and around my college. they are not able to clear the examination. मी मागच्या 5-6 वर्षापासून त्यांना बघतोय. Why? Because they have only one single target. I want to clear an MPSC examination. This cannot be the objective. Your objective should be very specific. I want to be a deputy collector. I want to work in this particular area. If there is no goal, you will not be able to do it. Second is introspection. Very few people have the habit to introspect. What is introspect? You have to evaluate yourself. Am I capable of doing this job? Can I work for 12, 13, 14 hours a day? Can I handle all the challenges? Can I work for hours together without any complaint? So you know what you are and what you are not. So introspection is very important, because I have seen, if you are not able to clear the competitive examination, I have seen if you are not able to clear the competitive examination, you must ask yourself, where am I lacking? मी कुठे कमी पडतो आहे? What are the things that I need to focus on? If you do not introspect, you will never progress. Next is perseverance. Perseverance is sechikati. No one can guarantee that you will be able to clear the competitive examination in the very first attempt. You have to take more than 2-3 attempts. So you should have that patience, and you should have that particular perseverance. And if you want to join the competitive examination, so many will tell you should always have a plan B. If you have a plan B, like do a job, do a business, in case you are not able to clear the competitive examination, you can go ahead with that particular job or with that particular business. But when you go for plan B, at least 50 to 60% of your energy and time goes in maintaining plan B. In that case, you are not successful in plan A as well as in plan B. Yes, you need to update yourself. At the time of interview, they ask you so many questions, so you need to be updated. During this session, I will definitely try to share some of my experiences on how to update yourself. Next is acceptance. You need to accept. Now, you must have heard MPSC has decided to change the syllabus last year. And when the MPSC has decided to change the syllabus, students have threatened the MPSC that we will commit suicide if you make these changes. Because they think that if the changes are introduced, they will not be able to clear the examination. This is not a sign of a good administrative officer. Level of acceptance should be very high. You must accept that 99% of the things are not in my control, but my response is in my control. The moment you learn that response is more important than reaction, you will definitely go through this particular examination. Next is evaluation. You must keep on evaluating not others, but yourself. Where I was, where I am, and what I need to do. And trust in yourself. If you see, there are so many UPSC or MPSC candidates. Of course, so many videos are there that are available on the YouTube. Especially try to listen to one IAS officer whose name is Mr. Andalkar. He has failed in all these examinations for more than 10 to 15 times. But because he had trust in himself, he could clear the examination. So that much patience you need to have, that much confidence you need to have, and that much trust so that in yourself you need to have. So that these are the basic requirements. Now, those who seriously want to appear for the competitive examination, please remember this. Success is not what you think. It is like an arrow. You start at point A and you end at point B, where you have been selected and you have got the post and you got the job, you got the car, you got the bungalow. Everyone who has not yet appeared for the examination feels like this. Those who have actually appeared for the examination, they experience that there are so many twists, there are so many turns, and there are so many unexpected things. I would like to share that one of my own experience which has changed my life. In 92, I used to prepare for 16 to 18 hours a day, and there was hardly any book which I had not read. So I had full confidence I will top the MPSC examination of this particular year. So in that year, MPSC has introduced OMR system. What is the OMR system? There was a question paper and one answer sheet. And on that answer sheet, it was actually introduced for the first time. They said that you have to circle the particular option. If A is the answer, you will have to circle A. If B is the option, you will have to circle B. And it was specifically mentioned in the instruction book that use a black ball pen to darken the circle. करेक्ट. क्लिअर कट लिहिलं होतं. 4 ऑप्शन असतील, त्याच्यामध्ये जो योग्य उत्तर असेल त्याला तुम्ही बॉल पेननी डार्क करायचा आहे. नाउ ॲज यू नो, these examinations are always like a race against the time. Time available is very less and there are so many questions. So each and every aspirant is always in search of how can I save time. प्रत्येक कॅन्डिडेटचा प्रयत्न असतो की मी माझा वेळ कसा काय वाचवेल. So I was actually overestimating myself. I thought I am great आणि माझ्यासारखं कोण नाहीच. त्या वयात आपण प्रत्येक जण तसेच असतो, as you know, the adrenaline rush तुम्हाला माहिती असेल काय असतं. So we always feel that I am the best. So I thought if I take a ball pen, if I have to darken the circle, it will take 8 to 10 seconds. So can I save that time? Because there are so many questions and I have to save as much time as possible. So माझ्या डोक्यामध्ये एक आयडिया आली. What I did, I purchased a sketch pen for 1 rupee. What I did, I purchased a sketch pen for 1 rupee. It was a black pen. And with a blade, I cut the tip of the sketch pen. So it became very bold. So what I thought, if I have to circle the with a ball pen, it will take 8 to 10 seconds. But if I put a sketch pen on the circle, my job will be done within less than 1 second. Are you getting me? बॉल पेन ने सर्कल करण्याच्या ऐवजी मी काय केलं, स्केच पेन फक्त तिथे स्केच पेन टेकवायचा. टेकवलं की ते सर्कल ब्लॅक होतं. अँड आय यूज टू ओव्हर एस्टिमेट माय सेल्फ. मला वाटलं व्हॉट अन आयडिया, I will definitely be ahead of others. I will be able to finish my paper faster than others. And I was so confident. When I took the examination, out of 200 questions, I was able to answer 160 questions accurately. 200 पैकी 168 प्रश्नांची उत्तर मी accurate लिहिली. There was no negative marking. And the record of MPSC was that the one who gets 120 marks clear the examination. And I was 100% sure that I will get at least 168 marks. So I told my parents की तुम्ही आता अजिबात चिंता करू नका. This year I will be an assistant commissioner of police, as I always dreamt of. And my parents were also happy because माझ्या मनात थोडी पण शंका नव्हती, कारण 160 question is a big score, is actually a very big score. And when the result came, I failed. I was shocked. I thought MPSC is wrong. आणि त्यांनी जे काही टेक्नॉलॉजी आणलेली आहे, डिजिटल टेक्नॉलॉजी, त्याच्यामध्ये काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेम आहे म्हणून मी फेल झालो. अँड आय वॉज सो डिप्रेस्ड, आय वॉज शॉक्ड, आय वॉज सॅड ऍट द सेम टाइम. देर वर सो मेनी फिलिंग्स बिकॉज जे MPSC ला बसून फेल झाले दे कॅन अंडरस्टँड माय पेन्स. तर त्याच्यानंतर मग मी MPSC कडे अर्ज केला, रिव्हॅल्युएशन हे ते, बट नथिंग वर्क. ते सेड नो, यू आर फेल अँड यू हॅव गॉट 0 marks. अँड दॅट वॉज अगेन बिग शॉक फॉर मी. अँड देन आय अगेन started trusting की MPSC ची सिस्टीम काही बरोबर नाहीये. There are so many drawbacks, there are so many flaws. After that they explained to me कि this is an OMR sheet, and on that OMR sheet you will have to circle, you will have to darken the circle with a ball pen, and then only there is an impression on the paper, and then only the scanner is able to read the paper. तुम्ही जर बॉल पेननी थोडासा दबाव देऊन जर सर्कल केलं नाही तर the computer is not able to read your answer book, and of course the computer says that this answer book is blank and your score is 0. Trust me, had I not done that mistake, today I would have been additional director general of a state, which is a very big position. That small mistake has actually destroyed my career as an administrative officer. So you will trust now this particular slide. It doesn't look you start at point A and you finish at point B as an officer. There are so many complications, there are so many turns which come in your way for which you are not prepared, and you must be prepared for that. And then you will understand getting a job through the competitive examination is only a byproduct. It is not the main product. The main product is how you learn how to face the problems. Now, why the career through the competitive examination? Basically, most of us, if you can see on the screen, there are actually very big offices. There are very big bungalows. If you see the bungalow of the divisional commissioner of Pune, Vibhagीय आयुक्त Pune, his bungalow is in an area of 5 acres in Pune. पुण्यामध्ये 5 एकराच्या जागेमध्ये बंगला असणं आपण इमॅजिन नाही करू शकत. ते विभागीय आयुक्तांचाच असू शकतो. आणि इफ यू गो टू द इंटिरियर स्टेट्स देन इट इज इवन ग्रेट. मग ती गाडी मिळते आपल्याला, त्या गाडीच्या पुढे असणारी एक दुसरी गाडी असते, एक्सकॉर्ट, आणि ते सगळं बघून आपण खूप इम्प्रेस होतो. पण दॅट इज नॉट ट्रू. इट इज अ स्मॉल पार्ट दॅट यू सी, बट देर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स विच यू हॅव नॉट सीन. नाउ लेट अस सी द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. A goal without a plan is just a wish. You ask 10 random students who are preparing for the UPSC examination, what do you want to do? He will say, "Me MPSC ची तयारी करतो आहे, मी UPSC ची तयारी करतो आहे." It is just a wish, and chances are very less that they clear. Why? Because there is no planning. You actually need micro planning for UPSC and the MPSC examination. What is a micro planning? You have to divide the syllabus into very small parts, and you have to achieve a command on each and every part of it. What is planning? If you see, Abraham Lincoln says, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." If you want to clear not a competitive examination, if you want to be successful, you have to work on yourself a lot. तुम्हाला कोणीतरी सांगतं, हे पुस्तक वाचा, हे खूप चांगलं आहे, ते पुस्तक वाचा, ते खूप चांगलं आहे. You first ask yourself, have I prepared myself to read that particular book? Go on working without any particular target, without any particular objective. So planning is the most important part of any competitive examination. As we say, there are 6 P. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. Always remember that. Proper prior planning prevents poor performance. If you want to be successful in any field, planning is very important, of course, for the UPSC and the examination also. Now, know yourself well. Now, when you will actually start working yourself as an UPSC or the MPSC aspirant, the main problem that you will face is you will be criticized. It is our culture. It is the culture of our state. If you tell your friend, "I want to be a director general of police of this state one day," he will say, "तू येडा आहे का रे? असं कसं होऊ शकतं? You do not have the qualities." Sometimes, unfortunately, your parents will also tell you, "बाबा, ते UPSC, MPSC आपलं काम नाही. तू आपली कुठेतरी एखादी साधी प्रायव्हेट नोकरी बघ and लग्न कर, and then you just go ahead." Trust me, you will be criticized by so many people. You will be criticized by your friends, by your relatives, in some exceptional cases by your family members also. The main objective is not to study hard, but to maintain your self-respect amongst all these sort of the criticisms. When you are appearing for the examination for the first time, the magnitude of the criticism is little less. People are expecting, "Chalo, hoon jail pass." Unfortunately, if you are not able to clear, then the people start showing their true faces. And of course, if you clear, there are more problems. 3 Idiots films that you must have seen. अगर दोस्त फेल हो जाए तो बुरा लगता है, लेकिन अगर वो जो फर्स्ट आ जाए तो और भी ज्यादा बुरा लगता है. So normally it is not our culture to encourage people. If you ask a collector, if you ask an IAS officer, "I want to be an IAS officer," he will guide you at length. He will tell you how to prepare, how to work hard, how to plan your studies or so many things. But if you tell your friend, "I want to be an IAS officer," he will definitely laugh at you, because there is a culture of the criticism. So the first challenge is not to work very hard, not to learn so many concepts of the subject, but the first challenge is how to maintain your mindset, how to maintain the patience, and how to face the criticism. That is very important, and that you will definitely face. Second is know your bonds. Very important. This is that my personal experience. I was extremely poor in all the subjects. माझं मराठी खूप वाईट होतं, इंग्रजीचा प्रश्नच नव्हता, science was bad, everything was very bad. So my parents always used to tell me ki you do not go for the competitive examination, because competitive examinations is an area where you need to be exceptionally good in all the subjects that you have studied during your schooling or the graduation. 2 years after, when I cleared the examination, I understood that yes, if you are not academically very good till your BCom, BA or BSc, still you can entirely change your academic performance in next 2 to 3 years, provided you have that sincerity, you have that integrity, you have that honesty, and most importantly, you have that urge to change yourself. See, if you don't want to change yourself, no one can change you. So even if you are not very good at your academics, it is okay, because at that time you were not very good in your studies, because you did not have that knowledge, you did not have that awareness. You can learn it at any point of time. So I always say 100% of the problem of this world are associated with integrity. मी माझ्या सगळ्या लेक्चर्स मध्ये सांगतो, आपल्या देशापुढचा एकच प्रॉब्लेम आहे, लॅक ऑफ इंटिग्रिटी. एव्हरीबडी वॉन्ट्स टू अपियर फॉर द कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झामिनेशन. 10 लाख मुलं बसतात. And very few of them actually know what are the job chart, what are the duties that they are supposed to do. Everybody is focusing on the bungalow and the car and the glamour that they get. So understand yourself, know your bonds. What are the things that are trying to pull you back? If you see the bios of all these IAS and the IPS officer, you will see that very few of them were academically very good at the time of the schooling. Most of them were very average. Some of them are below average. But the moment they understood ki हे मला करायचंच आहे and I have to do this at any cost, they have ignited their inner self, and then they have reached to a particular position which not their parents, not the society, they themselves never expected that I will be able to do that. So this is not an academic examination, this is a psychological game. If you are psychologically strong, chances are very high that you will win. Again, next part is the greatest barrier to success is the fear of failure. Now, I usually talk to so many students who are appearing for the competitive examination. I always ask them ki तुझी तयारी कशी चालली आहे? How are the preparations? He says, sir, from my side, I am doing very well, but let us see. Pass झालो तर झालं. See, universe and your mind listens to everything. If you tell your mind, I am not good at English, I am weak in mathematics, माझं मराठी पण चांगलं नाही. If you keep on telling your mind की बघू पास झालो तर, बघू पास झालो तर, you will never pass, because your mind has accepted that command, and then it will actually be materialized in the form of a failure. So when you are trying to prepare for any competitive examination, remove the fear from your mind. If fear is there, you will not be able to give your 100%. And in all this type of examination, giving your 100% is very important. This is, you will say, it is a little say a spiritual part. If your aim is to do your best through the competitive examination, destiny will definitely help you. But if you are always afraid, what if I do not clear? What if I do not clear? Then you will definitely not clear. So trust in yourself. Every day tell yourself ki I am going to clear this examination with very good marks. I will top the examination, and that is not the end. Topping the examination should not be your objective. Your objective should be I will help those who are privileged, who have not got the benefits, who are less fortunate than us. If you have a clear-cut picture, if you have a clear-cut diagram of what you are going to do after the services, it will definitely give a boost to all the preparation that you are going to do. I think we have finished 7 hours. So can we break our session today here, madam?
Yes, sir. We can take a break for today's session, and we can continue it tomorrow, because tomorrow also you'll be you're requested to explain us the various requirements of civil services plus banking and other competitive exams too. So thank you very much. It was very interesting, sir. We all are sitting very quietly and listening to your words with a lot of interest. Thank you very much, students. I request Devaki madam to extend a vote of thanks, and with the note, we'll be continuing tomorrow. Devaki madam, please.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm really grateful and thankful to Dr. Yashodhan Mithare sir for being with us today and having a wonderful and informative interaction with our students. Sir, thank you for your motivational words, sharing your experiences and your valuable guidance to all of us, not only our students, but actually to all of us. I would also like to thank our Honorable Principal and ex-Pro Vice Chancellor of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Dr. N.S. Umrani sir, for always having our back. I'm also thankful to Dr. Tanuja Devi madam, Sumit Gaikwad sir, all the staff members, and of course, all my dear students. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Log out केलं तर चालेल? Is it okay
Yes,
if I log
sir.
out?
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we'll join with the same link.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will do. Thank you.